That's easy. Hey guys, if you have watched the last episode of our Trolvo adventure, you'll know that we're having a bit of a problem with second gear. We think second gear has always been bad, and it's been suggested to us it's the second gear sprag, which apparently is a bit of a thing with these transmissions. So we have pulled the transmission out, which saves you the pain of watching us do that. It's out, it's here on the bench, and today we're going to try and pull this transmission apart, see if that second gear sprag is stuffed, and replace it, because I have parts from another transmission sitting over there on a 44-gallon drum. Now, I have done a test run on that transmission in pulling it apart, so I kind of know how to pull this apart. I'm actually going to try putting it back together as well and seeing if it works. Now, I've never really done this with automatic transmissions. I've replaced valve bodies, done shift kits, all that sort of stuff, but pulling the parts, the guts out of a transmission and then putting it back together and making it work, that's not me. So this is going to be a bit of a new experience. So this is a Toyota A340 transmission. So we'll undo the kick down cable at the top first. Now what I'll do is I'll pull the bell housing off just to make things a bit easier. Kind of position them there. Bell housing off. Let's see how we go. There we go. Okay. There's the pump. All looks pretty clean. I'm going to start positioning things on the bench in order. So, how about we put it that way up. Now, I don't know what half this stuff is called, but I'm going to try and keep it all together. All I know is I know where I need to go, and it's much further along than this. So, no doubt there will be a bunch of people out there going, Scott, what are you doing? Just send it to a specialist, get it done right. And if we had some budget, yeah, I'd probably do that. But I have zero budget right now. I mean, with all this stuff that's going on, everything's been slashed, so kind of got to, you know, that's why some of these cars have been put on hold. You know, AU's on hold, Dodge is on hold, Barina's probably a little bit on hold at the moment. The Ute, Dad's Ute, is definitely on hold. So we put a few things on hold because there isn't a lot of budget there to play with at the moment. So I've got to try and make this work as cheaply as possible. To do it right, talking 3 to 4 grand. You know, it's a fair bit of work that's got to be done on this thing. You know, specialised parts, all that sort of stuff. I'm going to try and just make it work with some second-hand junk. If it pays off, hey yay. If it doesn't, we didn't really lose anything. You know, we can always spend that money another day, but today we don't have it. So anyway, let's keep going. All right, so we've got a little snap ring in here. It's just right there. So what I'm going to do is just pop that out. So this next bit, we actually have to pull the transpan off, undo some bolts underneath, and then get into it a bit further. So I'm going to have to flip this thing over, undo the transpan, remove the valve body, and go from there. And it's going to make a mess. It's going to make a big mess.
Seen out of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, wow. It's a crime scene. Need more eggs. There's our transpan. Kick down. Alright. Valve body. So to do this next bit, I have to pull this doobie out the side of the box. I can't remember what it's called, but it adjusts the band there. And I have to undo these two bolts here and here, which basically hold this whole apparatus in. Snap ring. Give her a tap. Out she pops. So the piston comes out. Okay, 2 bolts. Of course, that's not all that holds it in. There's also a dirty great big snap ring that actually goes right around, but it's open at the bottom, so you can get something onto it. A few soaked rags. All right, let's see if we can get most of the fluid off this bench. There we go. I thought I was going to have to go and buy some massive circlip pliers, but managed to do it without. What the hell? Oh, copy on there. All right. Okay. Dirty great big circlip. There we go. Kind of pull on them. Just rock them back and forth. Come on. Go. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. Wow, this one's like the other one in. It just looks. It's like this terrible drum here, which just looks awful. Look at the face of it. It's like it's being welded up by the world's dodgiest mechanic. Surely that's not how they come from the factory. All right. snap ring. Right. Now we give birth to the baby. So, sun gears. Little Torrington bearing. Make sure that goes under that. So this one's called the intermediate sprag. The idea is that it rotates clockwise and locks up counterclockwise, so you can't turn it counterclockwise, only clockwise. Now, I thought maybe that had been stuffed and that was what was stopping us, but apparently not. That is locking up the way it should, which is a bit of a worry. I was kind of hoping that was going to be our answer and be a matter of just putting the replacement sprag in there, but that seems to work. That's annoying. So maybe it's an issue of just clutches and so forth, which is a little bit deeper in. I was hoping to get to that point, find that was the problem, replace that, and all would be good with the world, but no, we're going to have to dive into it a little bit more, I think. Damn it. Okay, so I pulled the frictions out. That one's still got writing on it, so it's usually a pretty good indicator that they're not hammered. Don't know. That's the problem. I'm doing stuff I know nothing about. I was kind of hoping to find something really obviously wrong with the transmission. Like, I was thinking the second gear sprag was shot. It's not. I was thinking maybe the clutch packs were worn out. They're not. You know, I mean, yeah, they've seen some work, but I don't think they're shot by any means. So it's one of those things. I think it needs a professional to diagnose it. I don't know what's wrong with it at the moment. I'm going to have to put it back together just kind of the way it is. But it just means Trolvo is going to be without a transmission for the foreseeable future until we have the budget to fix it properly. I was kind of hoping that we'd see something just quick and easy to fix. You know, replace one hardware component and should be all good. You know, could be anything. Could be, you know, a stuffed solenoid. Maybe we need to test them. But yeah, I can't see any hardware stuff that's wrong with this. So I'm going to have to start putting it back together. Okay, no, you go line up there, cool. All right, last steel. Okay, rotate there, like so. Okay, there we have it. So, what are we going to do with this transmission? I am going to finish putting it back together, but we may have a line and a good second-hand transmission. Good is a relative word. We will see how we go with that. But at the moment, we just don't trust this one. So we'll put it back together. Maybe we'll send it out, get it professionally rebuilt, when we can find the budget. At the moment, we don't have that budget. It's just one of those things. So I'll finish putting it back together. We'll put it aside, find ourselves another transmission. You'll see all that on future episodes of Carnage.